Hello students, today I am going to discuss the second program of your shell script operating system part B, and the program says that you have to accept a number from the user and display the Fibonacci series for that number. For example, if user enters 1, then you have to display the first Fibonacci number. If user displays 3, you have to display the first 3 Fibonacci numbers. Now what do you mean by a Fibonacci number? Fibonacci number is nothing but a number which is generated by adding the previous two Fibonacci numbers, and these numbers are known as Fibonacci series. So let's start working on it. I'm using online compiler since I don't have Linux in my laptop, so I'll be using the online compilers. Just don't worry about it. Let us store the first and second Fibonacci numbers into some variable. So the variable and f1 is equal to 1. So these are the two Fibonacci numbers. First Fibonacci number is 0 and the second Fibonacci number is 1. Now we want to generate the third Fibonacci number. So as per the definition of the Fibonacci number, the next number is generated by adding the previous two Fibonacci numbers. So the next number is f2. We are going to store it into the variable f2. F2 will be generated by adding the previous two Fibonacci numbers which we have stored in F0 and F1. So let's add dollar double brackets, and inside that what are we going to do? We are going to add F0 plus F1, right? And let us now display all the three Fibonacci numbers. So we will use echo to display these numbers. We will display the Fibonacci numbers. So we will say, so now our script is ready. The first Fibonacci number is 0 that we have stored into the variable f0, and the second Fibonacci number is 1 that we have stored into the variable f1. The third Fibonacci number we have generated by adding f0 and f1. And how do we do the arithmetic operation in shell script? Dollar, then two brackets, then f0 plus f1, that is our arithmetic expression, and close the brackets. And now we want to display these numbers. So we say echo the first Fibonacci number is in f0, so dollar f0. Second Fibonacci number is in f1, so dollar f1. And the third Fibonacci number is in f2, so dollar f2. And we are echoing these numbers with the proper messages. So let's run the program. And what do you see as an output? So you see the output here. It says the first Fibonacci number is 0, second Fibonacci number is 1, and also the third Fibonacci number is 1 because 0 plus 1 is 1. Now what if you want to generate the next number? So how are you going to generate the next number? You can say F3. Let's take it as F3 dollar double parenthesis. Then this is, now which two numbers we are going to add? Are you going to add F0 and F1, or you are going to add F1 and F2? Now since this is F3, so you are going to add F1 and F2, right? Because previous two numbers. So I am going to say F1 plus F2. And what we have to add here? We just have to copy paste this echo command, Control C, Control V, and just change this. Can you see now? So the first Fibonacci 0, second is 1, third is 1, but the fourth Fibonacci series or the fourth Fibonacci number is because the previous two numbers are 1 and 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Now suppose like if the user keeps on adding, like we want to generate the fourth Fibonacci, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. How are you going to do? Are you going to write so many expressions so that we can ask the user to tell us up to which number he or she wants to generate the Fibonacci series? For example, user can say first 10 Fibonacci numbers, or user can say maybe first 7 Fibonacci numbers. So first of all, when we want to give the choice to the user, we are going to accept the input from the user. And since there is a repetition of the process. What is the repetition? Addition of first two numbers. To generate the next number, we are adding the first two numbers, and this is how we generate the next number, correct? So whenever there is a repetition, so repetition work can be achieved we can execute this repetition work by using the loop. So let us write this program by using the for loop. So if you see, this is our journal program and we say echo, enter how many Fibonacci numbers to display, and we are accepting that number from the user, correct? The first Fibonacci number is 0 that we are storing into the variable f0. The second Fibonacci number is 1 and we are storing that into f1. And there is an echo command again to display this message, the Fibonacci series up to $n terms. Whatever user enters, if user enters the value of n as 5, it will display the message Fibonacci series up to 5 terms. Okay. Now there is a for loop. Now if you see the for loop here, what do you see here? There is again double brackets. Why there is a double bracket? Because we are doing some arithmetic expression. So what are these? I is equal to 0. Are we storing this? Yes. Are we saying I plus plus? Yes. So I plus plus means what? I is equal to I plus 1, right? So because there is an arithmetic expression in our for loop, to execute the arithmetic expression, we have to have the two brackets. So this for loop is exactly similar to any other for loops in any other languages. Only thing is we are using double brackets because there is an arithmetic expression. Now for the first time I is 0. Then we check whether I is less than n. Suppose user enters n value as 5. So is 0 less than 5? Yes. Then the control comes to the body of the for loop. We display the value of $f0. Now what is this hyphen n? Now when we use this hyphen n command, it suppresses the new line character which is printed after displaying the message. Now before I go further and explain you the for loop, let us see the demo of this. I say run, there is hyphen n. When I execute the program, it is asking me enter how many Fibonacci numbers to display. So let us enter it as 5, and you see how the numbers are printed. They are printed in one line, 0, 1, 1, 2 and 3, correct? All these Fibonacci numbers are printed in one line because we have suppressed the new line. Now let me change this. Let me remove this hyphen n. Okay, so we are not suppressing the new line. Let's run the program again. How many numbers? So I'll say 5 and enter. So now you see how the Fibonacci series is printed. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. Each number is printed on a new line. Why? Because we did not suppress the new line. Okay, so that's why we have used hyphen n. Is it compulsory to use? No. It totally depends upon you in which format you want to see the output. Okay, so let us try to understand the for loop, how exactly it works. Now suppose here user enters the value of n as 4. Okay. Now when user enters 4, we are going to display the first 4 Fibonacci numbers. What is the first number? It is 0. Where are we storing it? We are storing it into the variable f0. What is the second Fibonacci number? 1. Where are we storing it? We are storing it into the variable f1. Okay. Then we are displaying this message for the user and then for loop starts. Okay, let's start tracing the program. So we have the variable I, then we have the variable n, then we have f. What is this? This is f0. Then we have, now when we start the for loop, what is the value of I? Value of I is 0. What is the value of 4? What is the value of n that user has entered? User has entered the value of n as 4. What is the value of f0? 0. f1 is 1. Okay. Now we check here. Is 0 less than 4? Yes, the condition is true. So the control comes to the body of the for loop. In this case, we are echoing the first Fibonacci series. So this is the output. We are displaying the first Fibonacci number here. So first Fibonacci number is displayed as 0. Okay, then the control comes to the next line. The next line says that f3 is equal to f0 plus f1. What is f0? 0. What is f1? 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So what is the value of f3? 1. Okay. After that, what are we saying here? See, just see. What is F naught? Now F naught becomes F1. So that means F naught becomes 1. What F1 becomes? F1 becomes F3. So F1 becomes F3. So what is there? 1. Right? Value of F1 is now copied to F0. Value of F3 is now copied to F1. Fine. So from here the control again goes back, and where it goes? I plus plus. What was the value of I? 0. Now what is the new value of I? 1. Is 1 less than 4? Yes. So the control comes down, and now we are echoing the next number. What is the next number? What F0 has become? 1. So in output, what it will display? It will display F naught's value. The new value of F naught is 1. So it will display 1. Okay. Now again the control comes down, and we are calculating the next number, which is F3 as F naught plus F1. So what is F naught? 1. What is F1? 1. What is the new value of F3? 2. Okay. Now the control comes down to the next line. What it says? F naught is F1. Again, F naught is F1. So 1. Then F1 is F3. So what is that F3? 2. Okay. From here, the control goes back. I plus plus. What is the next value of I? 2. Is 2 less than 4? Yes. Fine. Now it is saying echo F naught. What is there in F naught? 1. So it is going to echo. That means that is going to be the output. Fine. Now after that the control comes to the next line F3. We are calculating F3. What is F3? F naught plus F1. What is F naught? 1. What is F1? 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. The new value of F3 is 3. Fine. Then we are saying now F naught is F1. So F naught becomes 2. F1 is F3. So F1 becomes 3. Control goes back. I plus plus I becomes 3. Is 3 less than 4? Yes. The control comes down to the echo statement. Echo says echo F naught, dollar F naught. What is there in F naught? 2. So it displays 2. Okay. From here again the control comes down. We are calculating the next value of the Fibonacci series. What it says? F naught plus F1. So 2 plus 3 is how much? 5. So now value of F3 is 5. Again we are replacing the numbers. Now F naught becomes F1. So now F naught becomes 3 and F1 becomes 5. Right? Again after this the control goes back. I plus plus I becomes 4. Is 4 less than 4? Is 4 less than 4? No. The loop stops, the program execution stops. Okay, so user has entered 4. User wanted to see the first 4 Fibonacci series. And are you displaying the first 4 Fibonacci series to the user? Yes. First Fibonacci is 0, second is 1, third is 1, and the fourth one is 2. So using this logic, we are displaying the Fibonacci series as per the input given by user. So this logic is very important, and actually if you see, this is the easiest logic. Just make sure that you trace your program. This is whatever I did now, that is known as tracing of the program. So when we start tracing the program, we start understanding the logic of the program, and it helps us also to build our own logic. That's all for today. Thank you.